Okay, so this is Moses with Stream of Consciousness, where I just kind of talk about the things that are going through my mind. So, I recently ended a relationship, or I was part of the party, the two-person party that ended a relationship. The woman, smart, interesting, attractive, had curves in all the right places. She is Costa Rican and she just brought a whole new dimension to life, introducing new foods and different cultures. The thing that I have to be careful about, especially with my mentality and the way in which I see the world, is not to go into relationships for the novel experience. In one of her last messages to me, she communicated that, I was, or that she felt as if she was another thing that I collected along the way on my journeys. And I need to make sure that I don't make people into emotional souvenirs. I was planning on moving closer to her in Costa Rica. She lives close to San Jose. I live in a small town about an hour outside of San Jose. Um, Hopefully nobody comes and stalks me from that information. Though I would be flattered to be stalk worthy. So I was planning on moving closer to her, but there was trepidation on my part just because I wasn't quite sure where I was going to be moving to, and I was going to be leaving the place where I am. And the place where I am is gorgeous. But I think one of the things that's embedded in my personality is just because you are in a great place now does not mean that you should be locked to that place. I don't like living in fear. But at the same time, going to a new place always brings a little bit of anxiety. But she texted me about 3 or 4 days ago, and she asked me, or she told me that she felt as if she was just putting more effort into coming to see me than I do in coming to see her. And to some degree, that's true, just because she has a car here in Costa Rica and I am carless. So she has put in more time and effort in order to do that. But I communicated to her that I was looking for ways in which to, or I was looking for opportunities to just go ahead and catch the bus up to San Jose. Anyway, so one of the things that really was a linchpin in the relationship ending was that she didn't feel as if I was including her in my decision making process. For a long time, I've been very used to just making my own decisions in life. If I wanted to pick up and move someplace, I would pick up and move someplace. If I wanted to buy a certain type of car, I would buy that certain type of car. If I wanted to take a trip or whatever, I made decisions on my own. And I think what she was looking for was someone, or was particularly me, to include her in my decision making process. But my fear of, I mean, it's almost cliche to say it, but my fear of commitment and intermingling my decision making processes probably halted me from doing that. You know what? I'm going to tell you a quick story and I'll wrap this up for now. I may start putting out a couple different videos a day. But the first actual year-long relationship that I had, and this was back during my religious days when I was very Christian, very evangelical. She kind of treated me like crap. And at the end of our relationship, she told me, I think I treated you that way because I knew I couldn't lose you. And that stuck with me. And what I ended up doing was changing my approach to how I dealt with not just women, but maybe people as well. And I internalized the idea that people will only value you if they know that they can lose you. And to not have too much permanence in their life. I equated loyalty to being a sucker, to being abused. I don't know, maybe I still do just need to find the right person, the right person. But the truth is that I really need to find myself. You know what, later on in the day, I'll probably make a video about that, because I think that the journey to find one's strongest self is the journey that really leads you to fulfilling relationships. Okay, so this is Moses with Stream of Consciousness. Go ahead, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe, and as always, stay curious and stay creative.